I'm sure we have all wished for DC characters to have great and epic movies like in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. People attribute the failure of DCEU to many reasons, but one reason they say is the unique problem with DC characters. The argument goes like this. You see, Marvel characters are more relatable, they have more grounded backstories. Spider-Man is like your neighborly kid, Iron Man is your typical genius billionaire, even Hulk is like a scientist who is enamored by his work. Basically, Marvel characters are made to be relatable. They're mortals with mortal problems. DC heroes on the other hand have more, let's say, archetypal backstories. Superman is a godlike alien, Wonder Woman is a god, Aquaman lives in the North Pole or something, even the most human Batman is anything but relatable. DC heroes are more epic, their stories have more contrasting dark and light, gods among normal people kind of thing. And maybe much more noticeably, Marvel characters are in real cities, while DC characters are in fictional cities. And so the argument is that is why DC movies can't be as successful as Marvel movies. And I kind of agree with most of it, but not the last part. You see, DC movies have not always been terrible. They have had some of the most well-liked superhero movies decades before Marvel came into the picture. DCEU was what was terrible, and especially the suits who were in charge of it. Although DCEU ended up a failure, it wasn't without some redemptive aspects. Hate it as much as you want, but at least Snyder had a vision that he tried to create. And the Justice League Snyder cut kind of redeems the foul taste of the theatrical version. At least it wasn't that bad. Some might even say it was good. But for me, the greatest failure of the DCEU came way back in 2016. No, not that one. This. Now I know it was a theatrical hit. Some people even liked it. But I personally think it was one of the worst movies, not just in the DCEU, but period. The day I saw this movie, the memories of me seeing Superman cartoons and Justice League cartoons when I was young became a little less cherished. I consider this movie a betrayal of the highest order to these characters and to the fans. Let me tell you why. The movie starts off with the introduction of its characters, literally through narration by this lady, Amanda Waller. I will get to Amanda Waller. Oh, I will. Deadshot, Harley Quinn, Captain Boomerang, Killer Croc, El Diablo, and then Enchantress Flag Katana. Deadshot, played by Will Smith, was portrayed as an interesting character. Although Deadshot is a mercenary who's a skilled marksman and an assassin, Will Smith plays this character with a lot of emotion. From the first scene, you feel like there is a lot of pain in him. Seeing him with his daughter, how he is hurt when he hears that his daughter knows that he's a killer. It evoked a lot of intrigue in me to see where they would take this character. Similarly, Harley Quinn, who is a thrill seeker, played by Margot Robbie, is captivating from the first scene she is in. Especially how they showed her backstory in neon-colored flashbacks as if we're seeing what she's thinking, her confusion and her craziness, her loneliness and her self-loathing. They could have done a lot with this character. El Diablo has a dark and twisted backstory too, where in his powerless he accidentally kills his own family. Killer Croc's origins could have made interesting sequences, how he was born, how he learned to survive, and how he turned into the psychopath that he is now. These characters, like I said in the beginning, have typical DC character traits. They seem out of this world. They are not necessarily relatable, but they don't have to be. These characters on their own are interesting. Their stories are archetypal. These kind of stories, for some reason, are inherently interesting to us humans, if done right. That's what really pains me about Suicide Squad. Because beyond the nonsensical plot, the jarring editing, the writing and the rewriting and everything, this movie destroyed everything that could have been good about these characters. Instead, what we got is a mix of half-baked characters who are nonsensical.
Hey, 1 minute I'm playing mahjong with me nana, and this red streak hits me out of nowhere.
Illogical.
Hey guys, I'm back.
Goofy.
I'm cool, homie.
Corny.
You heard of Phil Jackson? He's like the gold standard, okay? Triangle, bitch.
Stupid, lame.
Well, looky here. Ooh, it's fire. Woo!
And pathologically unlikable. This movie could be like a textbook on how to write the worst character action and dialogues possible. The plot is lame, the dialogues are lame, the action is lame, the stakes are non-existent, and contrivance and corniness is the highest that it can be. And after all that, after coming together and bonding and defeating the lame villain, and after all the bullshit that we have had to endure for the last 2 hours, the worst crime for me comes at the end. This is when the last of the patience and goodwill that I had for the movie vanished. So this is Amanda Waller, right? She is, in my opinion, one of the worst characters put to screen. In the beginning, she's brooding, conniving, manipulative, heartless, but we think it is all for the greater good, right? What greater good? Defense, defending the US from the next evil meta-human, right? But then we have this scene. Remember the scene where she shoots these innocent people, agents like her who had sworn to protect the nation? This, in all interpretations, is one of the most cold-blooded and evil things that you can do. Maybe not the most evil thing, but it's up there. Then she doesn't die. This all-powerful meta-villain doesn't kill her. And then, after all the torture and boredom that we had to endure to get to this ending, where we can have some kind of reward, she, this monster, takes it away. What kind of an idiot thought this was a good idea? And another thing that really bugs me, why doesn't anybody just try to kill her? Why doesn't Flag stop her? And Flag has nothing holding him back anymore. These guys saved the world and his girlfriend from this lady. Yes, all of this wouldn't even have happened if Amanda Waller hadn't messed up in the first place. And Flag doesn't even bat an eye? Why? I know why. Because some smirk-looking suit up at Warner Brothers thought people would want to see this character again after watching this pile of shit. I really hate this movie. People who made this movie and the DCEU and every suit up there who controlled the production of this movie deserved nothing but failure. And I have purposefully not blamed David Ayer even once, because no one knows how much of his original cut was butchered. We deserve better. And I think DC fans will get their redemption arc sooner or later. That's it, guys. Hope you like this video. Tell me your thoughts about all this in the comments and leave a like and subscribe to the channel, guys. It'll help me a lot. Alright, see you in the next one.